just the missing secret to your financial success. And special people throughout all of the ages have had a great understanding of the ratio of the golden mean. And this is almost like a magical relationship with everything in the universe. And when applied, it enhances and increases your ability to bring into manifestation that which you desire, to be debt-free and to live comfortably and easily. And on the slide here, we've got the picture of, there's a nautilus, we've got the pyramids, we've got the pantheon, and then we have a sunflower. And even in our own bodies, we have the ratio of the golden mean, the standard of beauty. If someone's beautiful, that's because their features balance perfectly to the ratio of the golden mean. There's images of galaxies that meet into this perfectly when there's vortexes, and it has to do with Fibonacci numbers. And there's a little YouTube video that I found that actually, when I said I want to learn more about it, this is the actual video that really helped me get the basic understanding. So I wanted to just go ahead and share it with you guys. It's about 4 minutes long. And then we're going to come back and we're going to look at how we can use that ratio of the golden mean to create our own wealth.
In the year 1202, Leonardo of Pisa, better known as Fibonacci, uncovered a link for merging the study of mathematics, nature, and art. Not only did Fibonacci introduce the Christian world to the Hindu-Arabic numerals we use today, but he also posed a seemingly innocuous problem about bunny rabbits. Fibonacci wanted to know how many rabbits would be produced in a year, beginning with a single pair. He assumed that starting in January and continuing every
Hang on. Okay. Well, something happened to the presentation, so just one moment. We've been having issues with our internet. It just goes in and out, in and out. Now I've lost the secret URL that I had, so just a minute. Sandy's the fast typist. It's just 085KSYQV. You. Oh, man. Unfortunately, nothing was found. Okay. I had that on a sticky note, Sandy. You know.
Hold on just a second, I'll find you.
Can you paste it into the thing?
This was on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Fibonacci numbers. Let me empower you to share on this thing, okay? Okay, you have the ability to share on YouTube. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened that I lost it. Our server dropped it.
Let me just get the URL and I'll give
Here it is. Okay. Well, this is still better than bumbling and everything, so as long as we have everybody that's back. And on this ratio of the golden mean, let me just talk about it for a minute. It's a geometrical and mathematical formula of what you have and want to create appearing with a result that will endure proper balance. Doesn't that sound good? But basically, it's a little known secret of the 2/3 income and assets to 1/3 debt, and it holds the power of success. Now, in the Fibonacci numbers, which you're going to see in this video, the minute it's up, we actually had it on the sticky in the laptop. Okay.
It's actually coming up.
Is it coming up and you're going to cut and paste it in there? Okay, great. The Fibonacci numbers on the ratio of the golden mean, it's actually 1 to 1.16, but by the time we go into like the third sequence of the Fibonacci numbers, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. Now, right now, the way that most debt, especially in the United States, is set up this way, and you can see it on the slide there, that we will wind up having 2/3 expenses and debt, and that could be our house and credit cards, education, different things, to 1/3 income and assets. Now, in Europe, it's not necessarily this way, but in the United States it is. But I want you to look at this pyramid, how it's upside down, and emotionally it actually throws us out of balance when the correct ratio is three times assets and income to 1 time debt and liability. Notice that this creates a nice, broad, wide base of financial stability. Now, my experience when I first met this ratio, the golden mean, I was freaked out because it was the first time in class that we actually looked at what those real numbers were. You know, if you've heard my story, I always say that I was a master of loss because I could lose jewelry, I could lose money, I lost opportunities, you name it, I lost it. And I had this program of not being able to take care of myself, and here I'm an apartment manager, I'm creating budgets, I'm creating profit for my owners, I'm making everybody money but myself. And then not only am I not making money for myself, I can't even manage my money. My checkbook is a nightmare, and I'm bouncing checks all the time. And it was so bad. Did you find it? Did you get it uploaded? So you go up here to the share screen and you hit plus, and then it says YouTube video, and that's going to be changing. Up here at the top, the little plus at the top there. Okay. I see your pencil moving around. But I couldn't quite do it. And when I looked at what my numbers were and we added it up, at the time it was the amount of money that I needed to earn was $6,800 a month in order to live in the ratio of the golden mean. And I freaked out. It absolutely threw me off. And are you not able to do that?
No, I've got the URL posted into the chat.
No, that's not where you want to go with it.
I know, but I've got share, but I don't have a plus button.
Okay. Privilege, common form, presentation, desktop. Let's try that. It's in chat, so let me copy it and paste it.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. And I almost cried. I really did. And the people in the room were freaking out, too. And I'm going to pause that because I don't want that to load yet. You have the wrong one.
What's that? Okay. Sorry about that.
That's the wrong one. Okay. And one man had his, his ratio was that he needed to earn $265,000 a month in order to live in the ratio of the golden mean because he had started a business. And he was a chiropractor, and he had a lot of debt. And I remember almost everyone in the room feeling afraid for him because it was such a big number. And so we're not really trained to think in that terms. Maybe we say, well, what you should have is your 6 months of salary. You need to, pay yourself first, pay 10%. But what we really never do is give our unconscious mind what the actual numbers are. We need the feeling of satisfaction and joy, but what our unconscious mind, in order to create it for us, it needs to know that real number. And the first thing that happened after this seminar, that when I was in that first Commanding Wealth, was the gentleman called back who had that $265,000 that he needed to generate a month, and he needed to increase his income by something like, $20,000 a month, or no, it was more. It was $150,000 a month in order to do that. First thing that happened was clients that owed him money started calling him and paying him back debt, like people who owed him $9,000 and $10,000 and $15,000 for services. For me, what happened was, the first thing that happened was that I had a shift in my job that was from a really stressful job that was draining all of my energy to a job that was more relaxing and actually paid a little bit more. But then the job afforded me more opportunities to earn money doing the career that I love. And the first month that I was out in business on my own, I actually exceeded that Fibonacci number, and it was actually easier to make than all the money I'd ever made before. I think my biggest month before was something like $4,000, and I had worked 3 jobs to get that. So some people, they don't really have any problem with that, like, let me go ahead and I can get money, but they're not necessarily good with keeping the money. And they want to try and get rid of it as quickly as possible. Okay, Sandy's showing me. The Fibonacci sequence is about 4 minutes, maybe the sunflower down there. I'm going to just throw that one off for a minute. I'm going to put the video that I want you to have in the membership area, okay, because I don't want to waste any more time on that. Okay, so what keeps us from doing that, from really being able to do this, is we get into debt. Now, people kind of criticize America because we got into the buy now, pay later, but we kind of got into this competition. We're looking around, we're seeing that this isn't about just greed or avarice. People are using their credit cards and debts to get by and to pay bills and buy groceries. And the thing is that they really haven't known another way to create that income. So they're making themselves wrong, and what the credit card promises is ease. If you look at all the commercials, it's ease, it's fun, there's that trip you want to take, there's that lifestyle that you want to have. And they never really talk to you in the commercial about the real cost of that money. And remember what I said, when people really you aren't buying the seminar or my services because you want a seminar or services. You're after a result. You're after a promise. And the promise that these people are selling is the myth of ease and relaxation, of luxury, that you can have it for free and you'll pay it later. And the other thing is, if it were just, hey, I'm using your money now and there's this what the rate is, they've been empowered to, they're not under any compunction or any guidelines of regular usury laws. I mean, things that were illegal 20 years ago are the normal way of doing business now. And it's all set up against the client. Now, even if you don't have credit card debt, there's all kinds of debt that we have. We also have karmic debt. We have people that we owe that we never had a chance to pay back. We have some things that people gave us. So we actually want to add up all of our monthly bills. We want to add up all of our debt. Now, the difference between the bill and the debt, a bill is usually for the services, like your utilities, your electric. Now, your credit card, you do treat it as a bill because there's that minimum payment, but the debt is the balance of the credit card bill, okay? Your mortgage payment this has to do with part of your debt, but you have a monthly payment obligation. So you might owe, $20,000 on your house, but your monthly mortgage is $1,500. So you want to add in each month what your total amount of bills that you pay, and then you want to add in your total debt. Now, whatever the amount that you're earning on your bills, or the amount of your bills, let's see if I can say this clearly. Let's say your bills come up to $5,000 a month, okay? You need to set that number aside. Then your